Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this video is on finding midpoints and endpoints, and what I want to first clarify is that I have other videos on this same subject, but since it came up in a review today in class, I promised my students that I would make another video. So here we go. So let's say I'm given this problem. Follow the yellow here, guys. I have point A here and I have point B, and they're asking me to find the midpoint. Now first of all, guys, do you know what the midpoint means? The midpoint means it's the middle point. It's the point between those two given points A and B. So let's approach this logically. First thing I hope you agree is we could do a graph. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but a decent rough sketch should work here. So I have 4, -5, which is right here. Okay, that's 4, -5. That's point A. Let's label our points. And then I have point B, which is at -2, 1, which is right there. So let's label it point B. Now, of course, I could connect them with a segment, right? And so if the question is to find the midpoint, does everybody agree somewhere along this segment in the middle of it is the midpoint, right? So how could we figure that out? Well, one way that's clever, I think, is couldn't we, for example, do slope? And I hope you agree we go down this certain amount and this certain amount across. We make a nice little right triangle there. But how far did we actually go down? Let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces, right? And then if I count across this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces that way as well. So, where would the middle be? Well, the middle would be where I only went halfway, right? So instead of going down 3 or 6, sorry, couldn't I go halfway, follow the green, and just go down 3 spaces that way? And then go 3 spaces across that way. And right there should be my point M, as we like to call it, our midpoint. So what would that point be? Well, if I just count, I know I had to go 1, 2, 3 across, right? And starting at that point right there, if I went from -2, 3 to the right, wouldn't this point there, 3 spaces over, have the coordinates of +1? And then, of course, what about the 3 down? Well, remember, if I'm starting here again, right, at point B, and going 3 down, I started at 1, so going 3 down, wouldn't that have a coordinate when I went down to this point right there of -2? Yeah, that's how it works. And so that's basically how you find the midpoint. Now, we could, of course, use the formula. And I have the formula written down in class, but anyways, the formula simply goes x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. And so if I call point A point 1 and point B point 2, well, I have my x and y, so wouldn't I just simply take the 4, that's the x coordinate for A, add that with the -2, the x coordinate for B, and divide by 2. And if I do my math real quickly, that's just simply 2 over 2, 2 over 2, which is 1. And if I do my y's the same way, y1 is -5. Again, look up here, that's point A's coordinate. And if I add to that point 1 from point B's y coordinate, divided by 2, well, isn't that just simply -4 divided by 2, which is -2? And this, of course, coincides, follow the red, guys, with my original drawing's answer of 1, -2. So pause the video and make sure you understand how to find a midpoint. Okay, so here we have a problem that's a little different. Now I'm going to pick up my pace here a little bit, guys. I'm going to do a quick sketch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So hopefully you guys agree that's point C at 6, -3. And then notice I'm given point M, which is at 2, 4. Now why would they call that point M? Because point M is the midpoint, right? It's the middle. So guys, using logic here, follow the goal. If I'm down here at C, and I know right here is my point M, middle, where logically would the other end be? Where would this point D, my other endpoint, be? Well, it would have to be up here somewhere, right? It would be on the other side from C, right? The other side of the midpoint from C. Okay, so let's do a similar thing that we did with midpoint, and let's kind of like do slope if you guys prefer saying that. But I'm going to start at C here. Follow the purple now. And wouldn't I go this much across? And if you count carefully, I'm going from 6 to 2. So that's 4 spaces, right? And then, of course, I would go up that certain amount to get to the middle. And I'm going from a coordinates of -3 all the way up to 4. So that's 7 spaces, right? 7 spaces. So how would I get way up here on the other side of the midpoint? Well, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to go 4 that way. So remember, right here, guys, I'm at 2. So if I'm at 2 and I go 4 to the left, doesn't that mean I'm going to be at 1, -2 right there? And then notice going up here, guys, I had to go, again, 7 spaces, right? So if I'm at here at the midpoint and I want to go 7 more spaces up, now I'm going to erase part of my problem here, guys. Okay, so follow the purple again. So I'm going to go 7 spaces up, right? So starting right here, I'm already at 4. So if I go 7 more spaces, well, that's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more spaces, right? So I would actually be way up here, right? And 4 plus 7 is 11. So what is my final coordinate up here, guys? Is simply -2, +11. And there is my point D, my endpoint. Okay. And again, just to repeat with red, or let's go with green, guys. With green, how did I find the other endpoint? Well, I started at C. See where I am down here. I went 4 to the left and 7 up to get to the middle. And logically, the other endpoint must be on the other side of the middle. So I went 4 again and 7 more up. And there is where I am at -2, 11. So guys, please pause this video. Watch it again and think about it. Okay? Honestly, this is a very basic concept all of you should master. And till next time, bye.